Corporations across the world have declared that they're not that worried about climate change anymore, since Donald Trump is the president now, and they might as well make some money while they can. Our U-turns, volte-face, and screw the future correspondent, Jonathan Goodenough, has more. Yes, that's right, businesses have seen the way that the wind is blowing and decided to give up on turbines and get back to drilling, right? The new approach may be best exemplified by BP, the company that used to be called British Petroleum, then wanted to be known as Beyond Petroleum, and now have opted to go back to petroleum. What have they done? The company has massively reduced its investments in renewable technologies and hugely ramped up oil and gas production. But it hasn't entirely given up on the green agenda. Oh no? No, its logo is still a sort of green flower. Why are they doing this? Well, the company was making a measly billions of pounds in profits each year, compared to the tens of billions of pounds in profits made by their more fossil fuel-focused competitors, a frankly pathetic return for their shareholders. Okay? And they've also concluded that trying to save the planet is a bit woke, and that's not really in right now. Are they the only company to do this? No, many other energy companies have scaled back or abandoned their green investments or net zero commitments after Donald Trump declared that his policy was drill baby drill, which sounds like a particularly upsetting game at a nursery. So what's the attitude of these companies to climate change now? Well, it seems to boil down to, yes, the climate is getting worse and we could do something about it, but on the other hand, we have a chance to make loads of money and we'd rather do that instead. Is that not a very cynical way of looking at it? It may not be cynical enough. So, if massive oil and gas companies are being encouraged to ramp up fossil fuel production by the richest and most powerful men in the world, what can the rest of us do to help combat climate change? Well, of course we can all do a few things, like trying to improve the insulation in our homes, getting an electric car, installing a heat pump, trying to travel less by plane, and reducing our consumption of meat. And will that make a difference? Not a huge amount, but it might make you feel a bit better. Oh. But personally, I'm copying BP by leaving the heating on all day, driving a gas-guzzling car, flying as much as possible, and sticking to a diet made up entirely of animals that have been transported across at least one ocean. And how do you feel? Incredibly guilty. But I'm working on that. And I think if I work hard enough, pretty soon I won't really care at all. Thank you, Jonathan. Next up, as it's announced that Coldplay will help choose the acts for a halftime show at the 2026 World Cup final, we ask, if the world does end before then, we wouldn't have to watch it. Could that be a silver lining?